What's going on, everybody? It's always a great day to play a roguelike game, and today we are playing God of Weapons. It's been a long time since I made a video for God of Weapons, but today's the day. I actually haven't made any content for the Eternal Nightmare DLC, and to be honest with you, I've actually cleared pretty much all of the game in the background off camera. So if you're looking for like a run on each character, I'm so sorry. I've done that already. But today we have a special video. I'm chasing one last challenge or one last achievement that I haven't unlocked yet. And I'm also challenging myself to try to get as far as I can in the endless mode. And I do have a theory about how I can make that happen, and kind of just really maximize on the distance that we're able to go in this mode. So I'm gonna play as the merchant here. So the reason why I'm choosing the merchant for this endless mode challenge is because the merchant here has the ability to gain extra damage for every 32 gold in your inventory. I think he's the only character that has something that will let him infinitely grow, and it's for a very important stat, which is damage multiplier. There might be some other characters that have growth like this, but it's harder to obtain, and it's for a stat that isn't damage, essentially. So I think the merchant can get the strongest out of any character, and by the end of the game, the normal game is 20 floors. By the end of floor 20 and entering into endless, you're going to have a bunch of extra cash at that point because you've pretty much finished your whole inventory. Or at least hopefully you have. I don't know what weapon would be best. Eventually we're going to be using one particular item that isn't part of his initial loadout. I might just go with a melee item like the Blessed Mace, maybe? And then we're going to use the Tarnished Crown because it causes enemies to drop more gold when killed. It only applies to the adjacent weapons. I will be doing Calamity 5, which is max difficulty, because I just want to see how far I can get on the highest difficulty. So here we go. And the last challenge or last achievement that I need to unlock for the last item that I need to unlock is the income tax achievement here. Break 20 gold statues in a run. So I've made it to endless floor 40, and that wasn't with trying to go as far as I can. I think I just ended the run because I was like, this is getting a little bit repetitive now, and I don't want to go as far as I can on every single character. I just like ended self-destructed so that I could move on to the next character, kind of thing. And I got 18 out of 20 on that particular run. So if I'm trying to make it past 40, I should be able to get 2 more gold statues and unlock that, hopefully. So let's jump into the new map in the Eternal Nightmare. This is much harder than the other map for sure. And we have these altars. So if you don't know what these altars are, you get to spend your currency on upgrading 3 different items to be stronger for that run. It takes, I can't remember what they're called, but it's these red stones that are under my head. I have almost 5,000 of them. And yeah, I haven't used any of these for any of the character run clears so far. So this is really the first time I'm using it. The weapon that I want to use is the Ebony Dagger, for a similar reason as to why we're using the merchant. This has a way to infinitely grow as we keep going further and further. It has its like pre-built in way to scale. So with 20 kills, it will become stronger. And with the upgrade, I'm going to put all the points, max 10, into crit damage bonus. Just because it's a multiplier, everything else gives you a flat rate for like DPS increase or attack speed increase, which I don't think will be as valuable as a multiplier. And we will be wanting to crit as much as we can at the end of the game. The other things that I will be upgrading now, I'm taking a kind of a different approach to this. I wasn't sure what I would be upgrading, but I'm thinking about the Dragon Blood Elixir. This gives you plus 5 damage, plus 5 attack speed, or plus 5 move speed. So you'll get an upgrade in one of those 3 stats, and it will also spawn an elite. Now that elite is supposed to be a punishment, but we can turn that into a benefit if we have this other item called the Bloody Teeth. So what this will do, if you read the yellow text here, you can get every time you kill an enemy, actually, Yes, so you have to kill an elite enemy, and it gives you +5 damage, and it gives you +2 armor. Now, armor has a cap of 70, so that will run out pretty quick. But the elite, killing the elite and getting the +5 damage, that's what we're looking for. And if we get enough of these Dragon Bloods, and if we're actually able to kill the elites, we're going to get even more damage from killing those elites from the elite that it's spawning. So that's going to be pretty important for getting even stronger late game. So I'm going to put the roll rate multiplier on that so that we find more of them. That's what the roll rate multiplier is. The power-up bonus doesn't work on this item. I thought it would maybe give you more of that damage, attack speed, or move speed increase, but it doesn't change it at all. And yeah, you can tell if it's working because if you take a look at the green stats here, power bonus will actually change it and indicate that in the heads-up display or the tooltip. So yeah, roll rate multiplier is the only thing that it will really benefit from. I'm going to put some points into that. The other thing that I'm going to upgrade is the Potion of Rage. So when you consume this, you're going to increase your damage multiplier by 10. And it will decrease your experience gain by 10 as well. So we don't want to pick this up early game because we do need that experience gain. But once we have max level, then we don't really need it. There isn't really a max level, but what I'm indicating as max level is having your inventory space maxed out. So every time you level up, you do get an inventory space in your bag. But after that, you're really only getting +1 max HP every time you level up, and that's not very valuable. So once we have max inventory space, we can just start drinking those potions for the damage increase as a trade instead. Floor 1 is really important. I always aim for +4 or +5 levels. And to help me do that, I typically run the enemies into the flame trap here, because the flame trap on the earlier levels will be able to kill the enemies and give you more experience that way. On later levels, it doesn't really have enough damage to kill anything, so it doesn't work as a strategy later in the game, past like floor 3, I want to say. But early game, I would say run them into the traps. You'll get some more experience that way. And like I said, experience equals levels, levels equals more space. So yeah, really, really important. Another thing that we should do right at the beginning of the game is banish, because we want to remove any items that we're not going to use. We only get 5 banishes, so it's not a lot. There's hundreds of items in the game, but earlier in the game, you will only roll tier 1 items. So just get rid of those crappy tier 1 items that you don't need for this run to fish out the tier 1 items that you do want to use. That's when it's most valuable to banish, in my opinion. Later in the game, you know, there's hundreds of items that are possible once you unlock the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 items, and you know, banishing that late in the game doesn't really do anything for you. By the way, I will be dropping in some tips and tricks throughout the gameplay here, because we're playing the game and I have thoughts about the game and I want to share my strategy about what I'm doing. But if you guys want a dedicated, like, top tips for God of Weapons or item tier list or something like that, I'm more than happy to create that video. Just let me know in the comments if I should make a video like that. We're picking up the burnt coins here. This is for the resource gain. For the merchant, that's pretty important. Ebony Dagger. This is the weapon that we upgraded and the one that we want to pick up 6 of, probably. So we're going to start growing that bad boy. Chrono Dice, another new item in the Eternal Nightmare DLC. They've added a new mechanic here. First of all, this gives you some luck so that you have better items showing up in the shop. But also, the floor duration, what I love about the floor duration is it lets you stay on the floors that are lower level for longer so that you have more time to farm resources, farm levels, and stay ahead of the curve of the game. So I really like that floor duration mechanic that they've added in here. Sure, I'll pick up another coin. I do want another Ebony Dagger, if possible. There's one. I'll pick up the other Chrono Dice, too. Do we have any gems? No gems. Okay. So the gem system is new. We can gem our items now with the new DLC, the Eternal Nightmare DLC. I haven't had the chance to really go too far into maxing out the gems that we have on our weapons. And the reason for that is because I've really just been rushing through and trying to get done the one completed run on each character on Calamity 5 as fast as possible. And you only go to floor 20, and you don't really need to max out the gem system. It takes a long time to manage your gems and like make sure that you have max level of all of them, make sure that you have the best ones on all your weapons and rearranging them and all that kind of crap. So I've been really just skipping over the gems for normal runs to floor 20 because I don't think it's really worth the time, and I'm able to beat the boss on floor 20 on Calamity 5 without maxing out on gems. But this will be a good run to, you know, max out on gems, so we're going to see a little bit of that. I will take the potion because we're at 17 health. Crate Collar! If you guys have watched any of my previous content on God of Weapons on this channel, you know I love the Crate Collar. I think this is maybe even the most... the best item in Tier 1. It is at the very least the most underrated item in Tier 1. So I'm definitely going to pick one up here. I'll tell you why I love it as we find more crates. If you don't know already, the majestic effects of it. We have the Spyglass here. With the melee character, I do like to have a little bit of range early game just so that I can stay away from the enemies a little bit more. Say at a safe range. I'd say 20 to 30 is fine for early game, and then late game, there's some really good items with range built into it already, and we'll sell off these spyglasses at that point. But crates, back to crates here. We got the one negative effect that it can do right there on both of those barrels, which is the bomb. Easy to dodge, but it actually will damage the enemy, so it's like not all bad, not that hard to dodge or anything. So there is a benefit. We have our invulnerability. I call this Metal Mario mode. So you have, I want to say 5 seconds of invulnerability, increasing my survivability. Really, really useful in many different situations, especially with this new map with like points of interest and harder elites and stuff like that. The invulnerability has never been more valuable. That's not it. That's not the only thing that the Crate Collar will do for you. That's one of the great things though, but there's other things as well, which I will mention once we actually start getting those effects. Another Crate Collar. Boom. I will take a Dragon Blood. It's a little bit risky because it will spawn an elite, but it just gave us some attack speed there. It will flash after you drink the potion. It will tell you what you get through the flash. I'm going to get that extra range because then I can stay away from the elite more. Maybe 2 more rerolls. I'll save the Crate Collar. I'll stop at like 4 or 5 for the early mid game. That's enough crates for sure. There is one thing that the crate can provide that I'm really looking for. Not the gold that we just got from that one. And again with the gold, again with the gold. Can I capture this? I don't think I can capture that. The elite is very scary. If I get hit with that drill shot that it's doing, it's dive attack, I'm dead. There's some healing. That's still not what I'm looking for exactly, but it's very, very nice to have the healing. Probably needed, but there's something else that I would like to get. I can't capture this treasure chest. There's too many enemies. It's too risky. Oh, can I? Oh, I got it! I got it! So we got some cash, maybe a gem. Yeah, we got some gems there. They're purple, which is usually around summoning power, which is not what I'm doing. So maybe a useless gem, we'll see. Yeah, it's summon power stuff. We might do some summoning later, but not right now. Still haven't found the best effect from the Crate Collar yet, but we'll see. We have some free rerolls. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'll pick up the resource gain and get into the next one. Remember that we are gaining plus damage multiplier for every 32 gold, so I don't want to waste too much. I'm stronger if I don't waste my cash. And if I'm already full on all my space, I have enough items to fill up my whole inventory. There's not a whole lot of reasons to keep re-rolling, unless I'm just trying to fish out good items and then lock them. While the re-rolls are cheap kind of thing, that's one strategy, but I'll just keep the cash, whatever. Invulnerability? Come on, give me what I want. Nope, more invul is good. We have a lot of crates. More invul, more Metal Mario. What's in this one? Metal Mario again? Damn, we're not finding any. If you know, you know. Some of you probably know what I'm looking for from the crate. It's the rarest drop, but it is the most valuable. If you know, you know. We'll get some. We'll get some soon. If we get enough crates, it's bound to happen, and that's what I'm banking on. I'll get 4 or 5 crate colors. The crates will be falling from the sky like it's raining. and we'll find what we're looking for. I'm gonna pick up this dice set because we do like luck early game so that the items are better. I think I have enough spyglasses. 2 is probably fine. I'll take a potion just to increase my odds of survival. Don't need another one. Do I risk it with another Dragon Blood? I'll do it. Let's see what it gives us. The move speed flash there. We get 5 move speed. Eternum Anvil. This is new for the DLC as well. So this is going to give you weapon levels. I'm actually going to use it on my Ebony Dagger because we're going to sell the maces eventually. So there's no point in upgrading those. Can I deal with 2 elites? It gave us damage multiplier there. I'm going to take up this whetstone because it gives us melee power and attack speed. 2 things that we're going to be better with. And another crate collar. No gems, do we? Okay. Alright, so this is going to be a very, very dangerous floor with 2 extra elites. There might be some there might be some elites that spawn naturally, but we do have 2 extra elites right here. So we have 1 devil baby and then 1 minotaur. Please give me the statue. I want the statue. Oh my god. Give me this chest. Ah! I captured it, but I lost a lot of HP. We got some food in that crate. We broke the statue as well, which is great. It gave us another purple gem, of course. Some more food. Oh, I was invulnerable? I didn't know I had Metal Mario going. If I have Metal Mario going, I want to stand beside the elites to possibly kill them while I'm still invulnerable. Here's one. Lost a lot of HP to pick that up. We killed the little devil baby one. No, we didn't. It's right there. Oh! Damn it. What's going on, everybody? It's always a great day to play a roguelike game, and today we are playing God of Weapons. It's been a really, really long time since I played this game, and I haven't created any content on the DLC, Eternal Nightmare. And I actually have played through the whole game, so with the DLC content, I didn't create any videos for it. I was previously making a video for every character with all their aspects, but I've already cleared all of that. I'm almost done every single achievement. There's one left that I'm hoping to capture today, and I'm also challenging myself to see how far I can get in the endless mode on the highest difficulty as well. And today we're going to be trying out a build that I have a theory on. I think it's the strongest build that could possibly be built. I could be wrong, but we're trying it out today. So first of all, we're choosing the king. We're going in as the merchant. And the reason why I'm choosing the merchant is because his last trait here gives him an infinitely scaling damage stat upgrade for gold being in your inventory. Now, I think he might be the only character that has something that will infinitely increase his damage like this. If it's not the only character, it's definitely the easiest character to increase a damage stat, because gold at the end of the game, once you fill your whole inventory up and you're fully maxed out on your gear, you don't need that gold anymore, and it's just sitting there doing nothing. But with the merchant, it actually contributes towards his damage. Now, in terms of starting weapons, it doesn't have the starting weapon that I would like to have here. We're going to be replacing whatever starting weapon we start with, but I'm just going to start with the Blessed Mace because it's a melee weapon that can hit as many enemies as possible. He does have 2 ranged weapon options, but they're kind of terrible, so I'm just going to start with the mace here. And we're going to take the Tarnished Crown because it allows us to get more gold from enemies that we kill with the weapons that are attached to the Tarnished Crown or touching the Tarnished Crown. So that's obviously going to help with our passive here. And of course, we're playing on Calamity 5, hardest difficulty. Now I'm just going to really quickly show you the achievement that I'm looking to clear up. So I have all of them already unlocked here, except for this one at the bottom. Sorry, I went back to the top by accident. This one called Tax something. Where is my cursor? I think it's called tax something. Income tax, that's it. So income tax, I had to break 20 gold statues in a run. and I've made it to endless floor 40 without really trying. I self-destructed at the end because I just want to move on to the next character, but in that run I got 18 out of 20 gold statues here. If I'm trying to make it past floor 40, and I'm sure I will if I'm actually trying to make it far, we should be able to clear this up here. Alright, so let's go in as the merchant. So we're going into the new map that's in the Eternal Nightmare DLC. And we're going to use the Ultra system here. So I actually haven't used this system for clearing each run with all of the characters, because I didn't really think it was needed. I didn't need the extra boost to clear up to floor 20, which is the requirement for, you know, a quote-unquote clear with each character. But this will let you power up 3 different items in several different ways. It's up to you. The first thing that I'm going to upgrade is my Ebony Dagger. So this is the weapon that I want to use in the run, and the reason for using this weapon is the same reason why I have picked the Merchant. This has an infinitely scaling mechanic. This is going to grow in power as you kill more enemies with it. So yeah, it's the only weapon that has that type of mechanic on it. I'm going to upgrade the crit damage bonus here because it has a multiplier that it's increasing. Everything else is just flat damage or flat attack speed, which isn't very useful. We can get that in many different ways, but we can't get critical damage multiplier as easily. Roll rate multiplier will have it show up more often, but there's a limit to how many of these I need, so I don't need to find it that often throughout the whole run. Yeah, so that's the first one that we're gonna do. Now, the other theory that I have for this run that I'm going to test out is the other 2 items that I'm upgrading here, and the first one is a Dragon Blood Elixir. So for a long run, I feel like this is one of the only items that can give you the things that you need on an ongoing basis, because it's a consumable. So when consumed, you'll permanently increase 1 random stat among damage, attack speed, or move speed by 5, and it will also spawn an elite enemy as a punishment, quote-unquote punishment, I'll say for now. For this one, I'm going to increase the roll rate multiplier because the power-up bonus won't do anything for it. The power-up bonus, you'll see if it's working. I'll show you on a different item here. It has to change the stat upgrade. If you see in the top right-hand corner here, it's upgrading that resource gain. But this doesn't increase the stat gain with the power-up bonus, so it's useless. So we're going to increase the roll rate multiplier so that it shows up more often. And we're really looking for it at the end game, not so much at the beginning of the game, because that punishment of 1 elite enemy is actually quite tough. Now, end game level, or that phase, if we have the Bloody Teeth here paired with the Dragon Blood Elixir, the elite spawn actually turns into a benefit as long as we're able to kill that elite enemy. Because with the Bloody Teeth, killing an elite gives you plus 5 damage and also plus 2 armor. Now, armor has a cap of 70, so by the time we make it to Endless, that will probably be useless. Or it might be useful for like the first 5 floors of Endless. But that plus 5 damage, if we get that, that's a net benefit for us even in Endless. So yeah, that's going to make the Dragon Blood Elixir punishment turn into a benefit for us. Now for the third item, I'm going to be putting in the Potion of Rage. When this is consumed, this will permanently increase your damage by 10, but it will also permanently decrease your experience gain by 10. So we won't be drinking these at all until we reach max level. Well, quote-unquote max level. There isn't really a max level. But yeah, once we have a full inventory, we will be fine to be drinking these Potion of Rage. So probably level or floor like 22, 23, I'm going to say we're going to be drinking the Potion of Rage. Whenever you level up, you get more space in your inventory, but there is a maximum. There's a max capacity to that. So you can't have like an infinite amount of items. But yeah, once we upgrade our bag to the max level and have all the spaces unlocked, we don't really care about experience points anymore. You can still level up, and each level up will still give you plus 1 max HP, but that doesn't have a whole lot of value, to be honest with you. And yeah, levels are really slow to gain after you have max inventory space, so we don't need that experience gain. We're just gonna go ahead and sacrifice the experience gain for... Sorry, yeah, we're gonna sacrifice the experience gain for the damage multiplier instead, late game. So we're on floor 1 here. Floor 1 is very important. You want to get as many levels as possible, and it's made a little bit easier for you because you have fire traps here. And if you run the enemies into the fire trap, you can easily get +4 or +5 levels. Almost got +5 there. One more good sweep and we would have been +5. But yeah, I aim for +4 or +5, and the fire trap will help you get there. On the floors following this, it's not as effective because the enemies will have more HP. So really, floor 1 and floor 2, I would say, is a good time to run them into the traps and actually get it to kill things for you. Maybe even like 3 and 4. I don't know. We'll see. I picked up another mace just so that I have another weapon, but we are looking for that ebony dagger. But just to lock in another item, I'm going to pick that up. I'll pick up a whetstone because it gives us melee power and also attack speed. We don't need the projectile power. Pick up the coin because we do want resource gain as the merchant. One thing that I will say that we should be doing right away is banishing items. So banishing is new in Eternal Nightmare, the DLC. You want to do it early game, in my opinion, because you only get 5 of them, which is not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, because there's hundreds of items. But early game, you're only finding tier 1 items, and to find the tier 1 items that you actually need, you should just go ahead and banish the ones that you know you're not going to use. And as the catalog of things that can show up is smaller, I think it's more effective to use now, if you get what I mean. We found our first ebony dagger. Amazing. I'm actually going to put it over here because we can squeeze in another one over here probably. Actually, I'm going to pick up this spyglass because having range as a melee character is very, very useful, especially early game. Late game, it falls off because there's better items that give you range and give you other stats that you need as well. But I'm going to say like 20 to 30 range early game. I'll pick up some spyglasses just to do that. So those are some pretty good tier 1 items. Another great tier 1 item that is new from the... this one in particular is from the new DLC here. Chrono Dice gives you a little bit of luck, so a little bit of luck to roll better items in the shop. But also a new mechanic called floor duration. It is exactly what you think it is. It's going to let you stay on floors for longer. So the risk here is you have to fight for longer, but at the same time, you get to farm for longer, get more levels, get more resources. I really like the Chrono Dice because it gives you a way to farm more and stay ahead of the curve as long as you can survive. Which, you know, having more Chrono Dice and surviving it at the beginning lets you survive levels even easier because you're farming more. And so it just becomes a benefit over and over, and it rolls into the character being extremely strong because you've just like kind of over leveled and gathered a bunch of resources. So I'll take the heal just to guarantee a little bit more survivability. I'm going to save the spyglass because I think I want to pick up another one. Crate collar I can't fit in here, but I love the crate collar. You all know why I love crates, especially if you... Actually, I should say this. If you've watched any of my previous videos on the channel on God of Weapons, any of my videos on God of Weapons previously, you know that I love the crate collar. I always talk about the crate collar. I feel like it's the most underrated item in the game. At the very least, it's the most underrated tier 1 item. And I'll talk about it a little bit more as we find more crates or as we find more crate collars and stuff. So it can give you cash. We just got cash from a crate. You saw a crate right there, right? You can get invulnerability from crates. As you can see, I'm not taking damage at all, and I can do whatever I want for 5 seconds. But there are other effects from the crate that make it such a awesome item. The crate collar increases the spawn rate of them, and my opinion is you want as many crates to spawn as possible. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I'd say like 4 or 5 crate collars gets you at a good rate where you're gonna have so many crates falling that you probably won't break all of them, kind of thing. You won't cover that much space consistently. So I'll take that crate collar. I'll take the spyglass. I'll take the Chrono Dice. I'll reroll one more time because it's free. Definitely want the Ebony Dagger. I'll take some more Chrono Dice as well. We found a gem. This is not the best gem. If you don't get hit for a while, you'll get a little bit of recovery, but 10 recovery doesn't really give you a lot of sustainability, to be honest with you. The whole gem system I'm going to talk about for a second. So this is new in the Eternal Nightmare. And the DLC has introduced this, and I haven't really maxed out my gem arrangement for any run. And the reason for that is because like I was saying before, I was doing just like quick clears on each character up to level 20. And you don't really need to max out your gem arrangement on any build, in my opinion, to make it to the last boss on level 20 and complete a run. It really doesn't make sense. It's not worth the time investment to like go through all your gems, make sure it's like min-max kind of thing. But for this run, we will be doing that. All right, so we need the dagger touching the crown because that will allow it to increase the gold gain from it. I gotta start building around the crown so that we can start putting more items around it. I will take this crate collar for sure. Let's see what the gem is that we found. Dodge chance increase. Nice. So as we kill things, we'll get more dodge chance to a maximum of 10. That's actually a decent gem, I would say. One more free reroll. I'll take it. I'll take the potion. Really quickly put this on the side. Drink the potion and then get back in there. Here's a statue. Please hit the statue. It has to be collateral damage. Some more gold from the barrel. There's floor chicken, which gives me HP. It heals like 20% of your HP or something like that. But yeah, one thing that I will say, if you have enough crate collars, it will become better sustain for your character from floors like 1 to 10, I would say. It's better sustain for the run than trying to build lifesteal or recovery or even having armor on your character. In my opinion. Because you can pick up 4 or 5 crate collars. That will give you as many crates as you need. It will give you floor chicken. It will give you invulnerability. It gives you all the things you need to survive. And for that same amount of space that those 4 or 5 crate collars take, you'll get like 10% lifesteal or something like that, or 20 recovery, something like that, because all of the tier 1 recovery and lifesteal items are pretty trash in my opinion. So having crates is more beneficial, and we still haven't seen the best part of crates, which is an added benefit of using the crate method instead of doing like lifesteal early or recovery early. I'm gonna take a dragon blood elixir here. So we just got damage. It flashes the stat that you're going to get after you drink it. We're gonna see an elite on the next floor, which is not great, but I'll do it for the stats. I'll probably just be running away. I'm gonna pick up this dagger. It's not touching the crown yet. I'll make it touch next time. The Eternum Anvil is a new item again from the DLC. This will give you weapon levels. We're going to put it on our dagger. I don't want to upgrade my high tier Blessed Mace because I will be selling it eventually. I can probably fit this other dagger here as well. Hold on, let him cook. Yeah, this is how you do it. So we are good there. Let's go ahead and go into the next floor. So we're going to see an elite here. Do we have enough range? Maybe 30 range. There's the elite. It's the Minotaur. They all glow red like he is. Oh my god, he hit me. Give me invulnerability. If I have invulnerability, I'll just walk up to him and start hitting him. Damn it. Oh my god. Floor chicken for the win. For the save. Invul, please. There's more floor chicken. We still haven't found the rarest drop from the crate yet. But right now, I'd actually rather have some survivability or some healing. I don't want to ruin the surprise for those of you who don't know what it is from the crate that we haven't found yet. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. The rarest drop from the crates. It is the best item. That's why it's the rarest. Makes sense, right? Another Dragon Blood Elixir, huh? Alright, I'll use it. Just gave us damage. That flashed. I'll pick up one more of these. I'm gonna sell those off pretty quick, though. It is an awkward shape, and it does take up a lot of space for what it gives, but for now it's useful. I'm gonna buy one revival here, just to ensure that I don't die. Well, it doesn't ensure that I don't die, but it increases my rate of survival. I'm gonna combine so that this is upgraded to make space for the new ebony dagger here. I don't have space for a completely new one. Unless I sold the mace, which I should have maybe done because I don't really need the mace. I should have done that. I won't sell my purple one yet, but the tier 1 mace I'm more than willing to get rid of. Do I need... Okay, I'll do one more chrono dice. I'm going to save the crate collar. I do want one more ebony dagger if the game would allow me to find it. Perfect. Alright, what gem did we get? Move speed is increased as you start killing things. Amazing. Not a great late game gem because you can get move speed in other ways, including the Dragon Blood Elixir. So this falls off very, very quickly, but for an early game gem, I'll take it. There are actually enemies that are faster than you. Like the slimes in this game, they're really fast. They can jump really far and they have a pretty quick movement speed. They also split up and like divide and all that kind of stuff. You know, normal RPG slime stuff. Still haven't found the rarest drop from the crate. The game will pay out at some point. Trust me. We will find it. It is sad that we haven't found one yet, though. Alright, where are the crates at? I kind of need them. I don't know if I can kill this elite. It's that little devil baby right there. Alright. Didn't kill him. I have to build around the crown now. No. We need on top of it or one more to the right. On top of it's here. We need these two right here as well. Eventually. For now, I can fit another dagger up here. Dragon Blood again. So another elite. We got some damage multiplier. Okay, wait. Let me do this the proper way. So these have to go here so I can pick up my other crate collar. Come on, dude. Reroll. Reroll. Damn, a level 4 already. Don't need that item at all, but I can't believe we got an epic level. Sorry, level 3. Tier 3. Saying all the wrong things today. Definitely need a potion of healing. To be honest with you, the merchant has the hardest start. I think. One of the harder starts, for sure. But he builds up real quick. But initially, he isn't that great. We have a lot of damage multiplier, but it's hard to get like really good items that you can multiply so that it's actually really, really strong. I'm going to use another one of these. So we have 2 elites coming. Maybe a bad idea, but I believe in myself. You gotta, right? I'm going to buy this one first and then upgrade our blue dagger. So it's +2 now. By the way, that thing has an arrangement of things that it can upgrade. I'll show you the stats if you're wondering. That little anvil there, the stats that it could possibly give. 3 elites? Am I going crazy? That gave us some attack speed. Alright, I'll take another coin. Actually, this is our first coin, isn't it? The coin is good. It gives us resource gain, so I'm going to take another one. Oh god, we have these hooded guys as well. They are ranged characters that have a very wide attack, a very wide projectile. There it is. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. Here's some invul. Here's some more invul. Metal Mario, I like to call it. There it is. Do you see that blue shield? That blue shield gives you straight up a level. So I have a decent amount of floor duration increase. If I didn't have the floor duration increase, on a regular basis, I would probably get 1 or 2 levels per floor. The crate can give you straight up levels as a drop, which is so valuable. And yeah, it's super rare to get it to drop that. It's like 5% probably. But when you get it, it's a huge amount of value. Huge amount of value straight out of the gate. Oh my god, don't kill me. That was close. That was really close. Oh, there's the revive. F my life. I didn't want to use a revive. We got +4 levels with that level increase that we got from the barrel. Oh wait, I needed the ones to the right. Don't make me reroll too much, dude. Alright, we can assign a few. Alright, I'm gonna reroll so that I can get this dagger in here. There's 2 daggers right there. We can put these anywhere we want. I'm gonna reroll one more time, one more time, one more time. There we go. Alright, so we want to turn our dagger I'm gonna keep this blue one at the top, actually. We want to turn our daggers like that, like that. Do I have an extra dagger? Oh, I guess I do. So I can sell this one and start doing daggers instead. So that has a stat increase. I'm going to keep this just for symmetry. Put it there. Put this over here. Okay. We want this whetstone because it gives us melee and also attack speed. Do I want yet another one? Yeah, let's turn this. I think that's more efficient. More efficient that way. Sure, I'll put one over here. Only have 3? That's number 4. I might pick up one more crate collar for early mid game. We have to put this dagger somewhere else. Once we have 3 of them, I can start combining. If there's a really good item I need to make room for, then I will combine it. One more crate collar. So Eternum Anvil, I said that I would talk about it. Move this over here. So the stats that it gives, it can give you... So from levels 1 to 4 and also 6 to 9, it will give you one of the following. Plus, wait, actually, let me read this again. Okay, actually, I think every level will give you one of the top 3. Plus 10 damage, attack speed, or critical chance. And then at level 5 and 10, it also gives you plus 50 range, 50 critical damage, or use stat effectiveness. I actually don't know what use stats effectiveness is. Actually, yes, I do. No, I don't. I don't know what the use stats effectiveness is exactly. But anyways, at level 5 and 10, at those milestones, it also gets one of those. Just in case you were wondering. But yeah, use stats effectiveness. I should maybe look at Reddit or something to know what that actually does. I know that I said that I play this game a lot and I know a lot of things about it, but that in particular, I actually don't know what it is. So yeah, we need 3 of these daggers to combine them to a higher tier. That's unfortunate, but we do have a replacement over here, so we can throw that back in. I'm going to do one more reroll. Okay, that's fine. What gem did we get? Yeah, this is a decent gem early game, so we do some electric damage as we strike. It's just a little bit of shock damage. Shock does some kind of effect as well. I can't remember what. So shocked enemies are stunned for the duration and deal 10 damage per second when they shock. Okay. And they receive more damage from critical strikes. I didn't know that critical strike portion, actually. I did not know that about it. So shock will increase your critical damage to whoever has that stat on them. Interesting. I might investigate that later in the game, but there's better gems, in my opinion, than keeping the shock, if I'm being honest, and we're probably not going to get shock in any other way. So pray for pulls here from the crate. There's a level from the crate. I'm hoping for more levels. Come on, just give me like 5 of them. We do have a lot of crate colors now. I'm taking damage, though. Oh god, I'm taking damage. A little bit more. Come on, give me one more shield. There's some floor chicken. There's some floor chicken. It's actually a floor ham in this game. Or a floor steak? Floor turkey leg? I'm actually not sure what it is. It just looks like some kind of ambiguous meat flank or something like that. Oh, I'm invulnerable. Oops. Should have been fighting harder. At this point in the game, I feel like I need to start pumping in some lifesteal as well. So I'll probably look for some items there. I want them to be at least tier 2 or higher. The tier 2 and higher lifesteal items are much better than the tier 1 ones. I think there's only one tier 1 lifesteal item and it's pretty terrible. Yeah, we'll look for it. I don't need the potion. I think that I have enough crate collar. Actually, no, you know what? I've been talking so much about how great it is. I'll take one more. But it does take up a lot of space, and it's oddly shaped, so I'm going to chill on that. We're going to take this. It's 325 Gs right now. They are expensive, but, you know, they should be. I'll take 2. I can't turn down a blood dragon, or what is it called again? Dragon blood elixir? This is going crazy now. I think floor 9, which is the next floor, will have natural elite spawn, and I just added 3 to the mix. Alright, I need some kind of increase in power, so yes, Assassin's Love is good. This gives you attack speed and crit chance. I do like that one. One more reroll? Give me another one, sure. What does this thing do again? It gives us less melee power. We definitely don't need that. This is going to give us critical strike chance on something, so we're going to throw it in. Alright, floor 9. This is going to be a really tough one. We have at least 3 elites coming out. Possibly more. There's one elite. There's a mauler. I think the 2 cloaked characters, that counts as 1 elite. They always spawn together, so I think that counts as 1 elite spawn. I wonder if they have less HP or something, but one thing that I will say is they really hurt. They cast spells, so they're ranged casters, and any of their spells will kill me. It will kill me at this state as well. Okay, here we go. Let's get the treasure chest. I'm not going to focus on killing them. I'm going to focus on getting the treasure chest instead. Oh my god. The whirlwind from the Juggernaut I am scared of. We got invulnerability here. 2 birds, 1 stone. We're fighting some of the elites, and we got that treasure chest there. Did we kill any of the elites? There's the twins right here. I'm going to try to kill this green one. Oh, they might have low HP. I killed them both. Wait, we killed all the elites. All 3 of them. Sweet. I think they give you more cash, and they also give you Titanite, I think it's called. The currency that I use to alter my 3 items at the beginning. So I have thousands of that currency already. It doesn't really matter. I have like 5,000 of that currency. But I will take the extra cash and the extra XP, hopefully, that they give. I hope they give more of those 2 resources. That's why I chase them. All right, more dragon blood, please. That one gave us move speed. Here's another anvil. Are we at level 5 yet? We're at level 4. So next tier, it will give us extra benefit. I'm going to watch it next time to see what it gives us, actually. Because I still don't know if it's one or the other at level 5, or if it's like one of each of the benefits. Here's another dagger. Now, I'd rather find I'm hoping I can find another gray ebony dagger, so I can just merge them into a blue. We'll see if that happens. If I find another blue one, I mean, I'm even happier with that. I'll merge some blue ones, but... Alright, give me this one again. That one gave us some attack speed. Don't need another crate collar. Not going to chase it. Alright, that's enough re-rolling. Don't want to spend too much cash. We have applying burn. Burn does DOT, right? What does it do again? Total damage of all burn stacks every second for 3 seconds. Applying new burn stack resets the duration. Makes sense. Put that on one of our weapons. This is summon base. All the purple ones are summon base. Red is like offensive base. It's like more damage percent or burning or crit chance, that type of thing, or crit damage. It can also do. And then blue is more defensive, so dodge chance, armor, vitality, that type of thing. And then yellow is attack speed and lightning. There's something else that yellow can do. And then the green ones are healing and poison. So we just spawned some elites. There are also elites from the Dragon Blood, but these summoning portals will spawn 2 elites. I don't know if they're the same level of elite. They glow yellow instead, which makes me think that they're either weaker or stronger than the normal elites that glow red. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest with you. Or maybe they're exactly the same. I'm not sure as well. They seem to be weaker. Maybe it's a bit weaker, or maybe I'm just really strong and I think they're weaker. I don't know. We just killed all the elites though, so I mean, maybe it's just I'm really strong now. I don't feel strong. What could be giving me all the strength? Maybe all the whetstones? I mean, like, critting for, like, 300, 400 doesn't seem that great, and we don't have that high of a crit chance yet. But I guess I'm doing something right, still. Must be the hundreds of hours I've put into the game. Alright, floor cleared. Nice. Ah, here's a range item that I really, really like. We can get rid of all of our spy glasses at this point. Miniature lantern. It helps us in 2 ways, I guess. One is supposed to be a punishment, but range is obviously a benefit. And then enemy mount is kind of good for us because we get more gold from killing more of them and more XP. So I'm going to take that up. I'm going to take away all the spy glasses. We are losing 10 range, but That's okay. We're starting to find the miniature lanterns, so I'll just pick up another one when I find it. Here's another one of my, like, in my opinion, one of the top tier items for mid game. It's Hourglass. I have 20 move speed, so that's going to translate into 20 luck for us, which will allow us to find way better items in the shop here. We're already finding a ton of blues, a ton of purples, tier 3, tier 2s. Dragon Blood Elixir I'll take. We got some more attack speed there. Potion Amulet I'll take for now. It gives us a little sustain. It gives us that experience gain and resource gain. I'll probably sell this off once the experience gain is not really relevant anymore. The resource gain isn't that much, and the health gain per floor is not that useful once I get my lifesteal where it should be, which is very, very high. I'll take one more crate color since we got rid of one of the spyglasses here. We're going to be selling off those crate colors kind of soon, but I'll take it for now. Another Dragon Blood. We can kill the elites pretty quick, so I'll take all the Dragon Blood I can get. Does this give us melee power? It does, but it takes away the resource gain. That attack speed is very, very attractive, though, and it gives us 3 melee power. I'm going to take it. I think it's an upgraded version of the Whetstone with a little bit of a caveat. We can't pick up too many of them, but it is an upgrade. I'm going to pick up more of these gloves for the crit chance and attack speed. What is our crit chance, actually? Crit chance is 24. It's actually higher than I thought it was. Ebony Dagger over here. We found another white one. So we can go like this. We combine using our preferred positioned one as the parent. Another one. I'll keep the white. Actually, we don't really need the whites anymore. Wow, don't clip me saying that. That sentence that I just said sounds really weird if you take it out of context. Anyways, I'm going to combine some of our tier 2 ones. And then we can start taking some of the tier 1 grays because of that. Hopefully we find another one and I can socket this one back in. Oh crap, my money is really low. By the way, gems have an effect by just sitting in your inventory. I've never used it this way, but if it's sitting in my thing, for each luck item in the influence pattern, plus 5 luck. These... So here's the thing. These things are plus luck. These hourglass... what are they called? Chrono dice. So that's actually giving us a crap ton of luck, at least for now. That's fine. We don't need summon power. We're not summoning yet. We have a chance to apply chill here. I'm going to put it over here because I do want to use it, but we have nothing to put it on. Chill does exactly what you think it does. It slows down the enemy. It might do some damage at the end of the stack or something like that. I'm not sure about the full description. I'll take a look at it in a second. I should really know this, but all of those status effects were part of the DLC and more so part of like the gems as well. There are wands and some of the summons can apply those for you, those status effects, but I haven't been really using status effects to their as a main damage dealer or main mechanic for my characters yet. Oh my god, I gotta be careful here. So I haven't really paid attention to all of their effects and try to max out on elemental damage. Even on the elemental damage characters. They have been fine without min-maxing the elemental damage portion of their build, so yeah. Most of the time I just build them magic power and they just work out fine. We just got a level from that particular barrel from the top of the map there. Very good. We're not killing the elites as fast this time. Metal Mario, we're going in. Kill this guy. Killed him. Kill his brother. Oh my god! Do we have to kill the brother to get the loot? We got him. Right at the last second too. Plus 5 levels. Not bad. About towards the bottom here. Why not? Another Dragon Blood right there. Could I get this tooth necklace, please? So that I can start benefiting from killing all these elites. Got a little damage percent there. Ah, Dust of Enlarging. One of the best tier 2 items, especially mid-game. It's actually useless later in the game, but it gives you more space, which is basically a free level. Not a free level. You do have to pay for the item. We got plus 5. It increased the range. Okay, so it chose from that second list of items instead of giving you one of each. So we got range on that one. I'd rather take the damage than the range, but that's okay. We'll take this for the luck for sure. You know what? This counts as like multiple different items. Like, we're getting so much luck from this. Wait, what the hell? For each luck item in the influence pattern, plus 5 luck. How come it's not reflected? Usually it would show plus 8 luck now, but it's not showing that. What the hell? Wait, is this... This is a luck item. Wait a second, it's not increasing the stats. Usually it will show the upgraded stat if it's in the influence, I thought. Wait, if I remove this, does my luck drop? It does drop. My head is hiding the luck here. I thought it was reflected in the tooltip of each item, but as you can see, my luck is increased if I put it in the influence area there, so it is working as intended. But yeah, I just expected the tooltip of each item to actually show you what to expect there. I'm not maximizing on that placement of it right now, but that's okay. I'm going to eventually stick it into a weapon once I find one, which is right now. But yeah, I should really think about placing some of these gems in the bag instead of items, which I seriously haven't done in the past. Yeah, that's really interesting. I can't believe I just discovered that it's kind of busted to have those gems just sitting in your inventory. Here is an arcane anvil. These are great. It will upgrade your weapon to full level or full tier. So I'm going to put on my tier 3 instead of finding, 2 more purple daggers to upgrade it. We found another lantern. Amazing. I'll put my lanterns down here. Just couple them together. What else do we need? Another lantern? That's a lot of enemies. That's a lot of range, though. All of a sudden, we have 60 range. 60 range is plenty. I'll take more if I can get it, but I don't think we need... Oh my god. I really don't think we need the lanterns for the range. They do give us more enemies to kill, but eventually there's going to be better items for us than keeping all the miniature lanterns. Holy crap, this costs $800 now? I don't think I can risk that much money for it. I'll take the dodge chance for now. We're about to sell this dagger at some point or merge it, so it's not going to stay there permanently. This is recovery. Oh wait, this has 2. This has 2 slots, so I'm going to put another gem on it. Once it reaches tier 4, the weapon will get an additional slot. Some weapons have multiple slots already, but the dagger is so small, it only has 1, naturally. Yeah, I can't spend any more money. I'm actually spending way too much money, and I think it's because of all the dragon blood that I'm drinking. They are super expensive. See, look how far I'm attacking. Oh my god, even with all the distance, I'm dying. Please don't kill me. We killed those elites already. They dropped 2 gems. We are attacking across the freaking map. I can actually zoom out a bit more, but I like it on this setting right here. I like it at this distance. Let me know what you guys think for the best camera distance here. For some reason, I don't need it all the way zoomed out. Or I don't like it all the way zoomed out. Although, I guess I could watch crates a little bit more. I'll switch in between both of them. This is the closest you can get with it, though. That's way too close. Alright, let's play zoomed out here. I just realized that, yeah, I get to have more visibility, more awareness of what's on the map, right? I was playing at this distance for a long time, and then I zoomed in for some reason, so I was thinking, this looks way better. Maybe it was for a particular character, I can't remember. But yeah, zoomed out is actually, I think, the way to go. Alright, what do we got here? 12 spaces. So we've bottomed out here. As in, we have reached the very bottom of the inventory, and we've also reached the very top. So we're going to build sideways after we get these 2 spaces here. Do we need more luck? I only have 35 right now, which is not a lot. I'll stop at like 100-ish. Winged Boot, one of my favorite tier 2 items. Once again, it gives you +1 dash, and it gives you move speed. Move speed has its uses, for sure. There's one item I'm looking in for in particular that will make move speed even more useful. I'll take another Assassin's Glove. We take these until we have max leveled items. +6 over here, very nice. I'll take the res. Gives us a little bit more insurance on our survival, of course. Okay, hold on. Box of Bomb is kind of crazy. So every crate that we break open, it will burst into these bombs that can hurt me. Um, it hurts enemies a lot more than it hurts me, though. It also gives us a little bit of luck, and it gives us innate more barrels spawning, I think. More barrels per floor, yeah. So it gives us like the crate color kind of effect. So we can sell a couple of our crate colors probably because this makes up for it. But I'll do that when I need more space. Right now I have more space than I can even fill. So I won't sell the crate colors yet. Does this give me... This gives us attack speed. Oh, right. We bought one of these already. My resource gain is at 9 right now. It gives us -6. So I don't have a lot of resource gain. But that's okay. Some of the coins are making up for the faltering there. I'll eventually sell these once we have better things that give us melee damage and also attack speed. How much attack speed does it give you? 18, okay. Well, we'll get a lot of attack speed from drinking the dragon blood anyway. So yeah, eventually I'll sell the magic finger. Vorpal blade is good. This could kill a lot of enemies for us. Eventually we're going to have too many enemies than we can even handle. And also it will be a boss and elite slayer. It does need to be beside a lot of daggers to be the most effective. The most I could give it is 2. I feel like I'm only gonna keep the arrangement. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this thing. Hold on. So first of all, what am I doing here? I think I'm gonna sell this. We're gonna put the Vorpal blade in the last slot that we have touching the tarnished crown. I was gonna do 6 ebony daggers, but I maybe not now. So I can't get this thing to touch more daggers, really. Critical chance we can max out pretty quick anyways, so it really doesn't matter how many daggers are touching it later in the game. There is a cap to how much critical chance you need. Rebound crystal, runebound crystal. Yeah, that's gonna decrease the crit chance. This is gonna give us a bunch of crit chance and crit damage, which I love. Our armor is decreased, but if we find that tooth necklace soon, which I'm hoping we'll find soon, it will make up for that. I'll take a potion amulet for now. I'm spending way too much money. What's this? This is shock damage. Great. So this thing has 2 spots for us to use. Dodge chance we don't need later on, but I'll take it for now. Wait, do we have a lifesteal one? Plague is another thing that we could take as well. Does frost do damage? No, it doesn't. Plague does poison damage. No, it deals damage based on your stats. I wonder if it's affected by damage percent multiplier as well. I assume it is, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, I don't really care about this one. We're full on gems. Let's go on to floor 13. So there's a Vorpal blade. If you can see it, it has a little bit of a... My attack speed is so fast that the animation's too fast, but it has a little bit of a yellow, like, kind of like a dash aura. It has a little yellow dash aura when it attacks kind of thing. It's so quick. You probably can't see it. Maybe if we zoom in. Whatever. Can't really see it. Especially zoomed out. But nothing is touching me. I need some lifesteal. We need some more, you know, consistent sustain here. We can start getting rid of the barrels soon because we don't need the levels from it. And then if we have our own way to sustain ourselves and not rely on being invulnerable or, you know, the floor chicken, that's the time to start getting rid of all of the crate callers. We'll still get a little bit of extra crates from the bomb thing, but I might get rid of that item as well. That bomb crate thing. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I do want some crates because invulnerability is still useful late game. You can find yourself in a pinch every once in a while, of course, right? So I'm gonna use this. Don't need any of that. We do need this to upgrade this. Ebony dagger. So this gives you a bunch of armor. Actually, we don't need this. This gives you a bunch of armor, but we really don't need it. Okay, you know what? It's good for now to give us some insurance, but once we get the necklace and we have a buildup of armor, we really don't need that. Ritual Doll is risky, but it does give us lifesteal and dodge chance, which I really like. What does this thing do again? Summon power, summon quantity, but replaces your dash with a teleport. I typically pick this up, but later in the game. We'll find it again. I can't pick up the mask yet. We do want this because it gives us a whole bunch of dashes when we crit hit and kill an enemy with a crit hit. Yeah, for the melee power, crit chance, that's a really good item. We don't need any of this. We haven't been finding any ebony daggers to upgrade our current ones, which is really sad. Oh my god. We're one-shotting everything. I am at 1 HP because of that ritual doll. Oh my gosh. I need this lifesteal to freaking pop off for me. The floor chicken helps a lot too. Don't worry. 2 or 3 more ritual dolls and we'll have all the lifesteal we need. Alright. Yeah, this is really, really easy. All that range and all that damage. I will say, at this point in the game, having like 2,000... crits hitting for 2,000 is a lot of damage. I remember at this point in the game, I'm usually looking for like 1,300 per crit hit to say that I'm, you know, keeping up with the damage. But yeah, 2,000 damage is overkill for sure. Super, super strong. It's all this damage percent from all the cash that we have. Alright, so we're gonna do this. What does the skull do again? Gives you less move speed. Which is okay. Gives us melee power, experience gain. Actually, that experience gain falls off pretty quick. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Would be useful now to reach that as quick as possible. Okay, fine, I'll pick up one. But that is something that we will want to sell. I should keep a track of all the things I want to sell because I'm gonna forget. Do I want another one of these? Sure. Because like there's a bunch of items hidden everywhere that I'm planning on selling later, and I'm not really keeping track of it. So I'm gonna put this gem over here, put this gem over here, because we're about to merge. Boom, boom, bam. I'm gonna try to find another ebony dagger. Actually, I don't need to find another ebony dagger. I do have room for other things. What's this one? This one's probably a better gem. I'm just going to go to my gems here and switch out. Holy crap, we got massive gems, which is the highest level of gem. I'm just going to take out the small ones and go like this. I might sell some of these gems eventually to make space for new gems because they are starting to become much better. This is a lot of melee power. I got to pick that up. It does decrease our move speed a little bit, but we'll get move speed back from all the dragon blood. We have to move something out so that I can use some of these. Upgrade this to level 8. We're starting to find tier 4s with 46 luck, which is great. 900 bucks, Jesus. Give us a little damage. Those are, oh my god, a tier 4 dagger, bro. Damn, finding a tier 4 dagger, that is a huge win. Yeah, let's upgrade this guy. Combine. Combine. Do we want more daggers? I don't think I need it. I'm killing fast enough, I think. So yeah, we can put this here, and then put this back here. Maybe one more dagger? It's a gray. We find a tier 4, then we find a tier 1. That's the rhythm of the game. Let's go. Spawn these elites right away. Let's see how fast we kill them. Oh my god! Like 0.8 seconds? Okay, I think they are the same strength. At least at this power level, I can destroy any kind of elite. very, very quickly. 2 levels! You see those shields? That's plus 2 levels right out of the gate. That was a lucky drop. Damn, dude. I don't even need this Metal Mario anymore. My range and my damage is Metal Mario. We are killing so fast. In Endless, though, they bump up everything, as they should in Endless. So, spawn rate, spawn amount. Also, I believe their health, their damage, all that good stuff. I wonder how far I can make it. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so we got lots of space. I'm gonna go like this. Almost maxed out. It maxes out at level 10. Our first one is almost maxed out. Dragon Blood, how much are you? Almost $1,000. That one gave us move speed. Oh god, I don't know if I should be buying Dragon's Blood right now. The cost is shocking right now. There are things that can decrease the price, and there's a item that gives you a discount on all items, and I've never considered buying it, but now I am. So Ebony Dagger is level 10. The first one. I don't need another one of those, man. I gravitated towards the lantern, but I really don't need it. Upgrade our other tier 4. Here it is. Here's the thing that gives you a discount. Can I get 100% item price? What's a max? Is there a max? It's nowhere in the stats. Like, can I 100% write off the price? There's no way it can happen. Deck of cards I'll pick up. Maybe you can only have one of these. I don't know if it's unique or not. There's items in here that are unique. You can only have one, but it doesn't indicate that. I wish they did, because some items are in that gray area where it's just like, can I pick up more than one of this, or is this like a unique item? Anyways, this gives us lifesteal and recovery. I do want it for the lifesteal. Losing the vitality is not my favorite thing, especially for a longer run like this, but I'll do it. Oh crap, I'm overspending again. Okay, we need to sell some of these. What is this one? Shock, sure. Replace this crappier shock with a good shock. And then this is even more shock, sure. What is this one? Critical chance. I bet you one of these reds is better. Burn, sure. And then what's this one? Weapons damage by 25%. Amazing. We're getting dodge chance, so I'll just throw that out. So this is max level polished ruby over here. Plus 25 damage. We're finding so many that I'm just going to sell them all. We're going to find replacements for all of our gems without upgrading anything and stuff like that. You can merge them like this. So like a large can go into a large yellow, and then you choose one of the two effects that exist between the two parent gems kind of thing. But I'm not even going to bother, because we're finding massive level gems already, and we're just going to find what we need eventually. So yeah, I'm not going to spend the time clicking through the menus and upgrading and choosing things and stuff like that. I found a massive blue gem right there. Most likely I'm going to be chasing maybe the red gems, possibly. We'll see. I might be chasing some massive gems for their in-bag effects, so having it open in a bag or in an open space in the bag. I'm going to have to just see what it does for us, though. But if there's one that gives us like a massive amount of melee power just from being beside melee power things, I think that could be useful, and I can get rid of some of my existing items. I don't know how much melee power we need, because we're going to rely on the damage multiplier more than flat melee power. Or hopefully that's the right approach, I don't know. There's probably a balance. There's probably a balance, I don't know what it is. There is a potion that gives you melee power as well, but it comes with a huge risk. So I don't know if I want to use it. It will give you melee power, projectile power, or magic power, but it also decreases one of those things as well. I'll show you the potion if I find it. But I guess that's another way to infinitely scale, but there's a lot more RNG involved, and there's a huge detriment to using that particular potion. I usually take poison vials because it gives you crit chance. I have a lot of crit chance already, and also this decreases your vitality permanently, so I don't really like that. For a endless run like this one, I'm going to need that vitality. Do I want move speed? It doesn't matter that much. If I had the hourglass is what I'm looking for. Sorry for if that's a spoiler for anyone, but hourglass turns move speed into luck, and that's pretty good until you get your full build kind of thing. And then you can get rid of the luck. You don't really need it anymore. I do like more dashes, though. I'll take another one. I might sell this pair later. Okay, so Crown of the Bloodthorn I usually would take, but the thing is it does decrease your vitality, which we don't want in the late game. I could take it for now, but I'm going to sell that item because I want that vitality back so that I can take more surprise hits, because they will happen in Endless because you're going to be completely surrounded. So I don't want to lose vitality, but usually I do use the crown because I do like lifesteal, and that gives you a bunch of damage. But we have so much damage multiplier on this character from other means that I don't think the crown makes a huge difference. All right, what do we got here? Range? We don't really need range right now. Dodge chance and range by 2. Okay. I didn't look at the rest of the gems. That's all right. I will explore with the gems at some point, at some other point. We are almost done with the normal run here. Oh crap. So these are new enemies, I think. The green blob guys, the mimics new as well. The green blob guys that explode and leave that poison on the ground, they are the worst enemies. They do a crap ton of damage, as you can see, if they explode on you. And their slime on the ground seems to do just as much damage as their explosion. It's weird. But if you run into it, like, it just drains your health super quick. If I have a surprise death, it's typically from them. So, yeah, I do not like those guys. But you know what? They had to add more challenge to the game, and that enemy definitely answered the call. I don't even know what these blue guys with the canister on their back do. They die way too quickly. There's a couple of new enemies, actually, that I don't know what they do, because they spawn later game, and typically I'm super overpowered by that point, so yeah. Here's another really good ranged item. This gives you all the range you really need, to be honest, but it will spawn that extra elite. I'm gonna take it. I believe this is a unique item, but we do want it because we want that that tooth necklace, which we haven't found yet, which is crazy. I'm gonna take the risk and pick up this ritual doll. We'll be at 1 HP at the start of next floor, but we will get that lifesteal and that dodge chance. That just gave us attack speed. We could probably get rid of some of our attack speed items, such as the Assassin's Glove, eventually. But I'll keep it for now because we have so much space. I actually don't think I'll pick up another finger because of the resource gain. I don't think I need another pair of boots. The heart is another tier 4 lifesteal item. It kind of reverses the effects of the Bloodthorn, and that's the purpose of it. They're supposed to be kind of picked up together. We get that vitality back because it gives us a vitality for each lifesteal. However, I think eventually what will happen is we're going to sell the Bloodthorn but keep the Vampire Heart. I think that's what we're going to do. And take the extra HP and, yeah, just keep that lifesteal high. Move speed that time. I'll sell, or I'll reroll one more time here. We're good. No good gems, I can already tell. Let me just take a look at the unsocketed effect. Resource gain +7. For each resource gain Oh, I see. It gains stats for having things around it. That's why I didn't see it grow on each individual item. That makes sense. Um, Not really excited by that. Although it could be good. It lets us get way more damage percent. We'll see if I use it. What does this one do? Dodge chance, no thanks. Vitality, recovery. So it's pretty straightforward. It's like whatever that gen gives, if it's touching any items that give you that, it will give you more of it. I mean, this is a small one, so it has a bad range of influence, unfortunately, but could have used a little bit more luck, I guess. Yeah, I should be using gems more often in the early to mid game for the stat increase. However, that's not the way I've been using them at all. And I'm pretty much, you know, done with everything in the game, so I learned that way too late. Whatever. So starting at 1 HP was no problem for us, of course. All the range lets us hit everything from across the map, so who cares? Lots of Mario mode, Metal Mario mode. Fully healed, look at that. Yeah, our life steal isn't that great right now. Our life steal is not where it should be. I'm guessing it's maybe 15%, which is not enough. Alright. So what do we got here? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we got one of the... Actually, the best crit item. Well, let me say that again. There are items that give you crit chance. This is the best, like, gives you crit chance and gives you crit damage type of item. This is a crit adjacent item that is totally busted. So, all your weapons critical chance sets to flat 50%. Does that mean that my crit chance I don't need anymore? We want this for crit damage, but we don't need the Assassin's Gloves anymore in this case, right? Are they all 50 for real, for real? Alright, so my critical chance right now is 63. Let me try to dip it below that. Now that I realize that it sets it automatically, I thought it gives you a cap of 50, so you still have to get to that 50, but I guess it just sets it to 50. Drinking those poison vials that take away your vitality but increase your crit chance, those are completely useless if you're thinking of picking up Mott's scale eventually. Right, so let's keep decreasing the crit chance if I can. I guess we don't need this syringe anymore. Is it still 50? Yeah, it's set to a flat 50, so any crit item I can just get rid of because they're completely useless to me now. This gives me crit chance as well, but gives me that melee power and that secondary effect. Anything else I'm missing? I think that's it, right? This gives us crit chance as well. These give us crit chance, but I'm using it for the luck for now. Yeah, okay. I think that there's only one discount card that you can pick up. I haven't seen another one, I don't think. Holy crap. We have a lot of damage. We're good. This gives us a lot of resources and experience gain. We will sell that eventually, unless we want to keep the resource gain. I'm not sure yet. How much does this give, resource gain? Oh, I thought that gave it too. This gives us more resource gain and more enemy amount. We will probably keep this because it gives us two things that we need late game. Resource gain and enemy amount. We want that for the king. The move speed is a nice to have. What does this thing do again? So if I'm going to summon, this will be the only summoning item that I choose. It's the unique, legendary summoning item. It gives you the best summons in the game. If I just want meat shields to pull aggro for me, I will pick this up. But for now, I'm not going to pick it up. I'm going to save my space for other things, although I have a lot of open space already. Because I really don't need them yet, but later game, I might need them to like be meat shields or absorb some damage for me. We'll see. So I'll pick it up at that point. Okay. So we need this. Dagger +3. We are nowhere close to max, like a maxed out build. I can't even afford this Dragon Blood. I'm gonna save it. I have 2 revivals, so I don't need the other one. Let's go into the freaking battle. I can't believe I don't have enough money for that. I'm still killing everything in one hit, so who cares? I think I said before that at floor 20, you will have more money than you know what to do with. I guess I lied, but this is the first time that I've increased the rolling chance of finding the Dragon Blood. And we've been finding a lot more of those, and I think that's where all my money is going. I believe I'm seeing 24,000 damage, which is a ridiculous number. How am I hitting for that hard? I don't actually know how I'm hitting for that hard. It's for sure from the scale, because it allows you to do super crits. I don't know if I read the full description on that crit item, the balancing scale that I picked up there, but it will allow you to do super crits. And that's definitely where we're getting those, like, 27,000 we just saw there. That will let us one-shot elites and bosses for many, many floors to come. Holy crap. 29,000. Holy! Let's zoom in on this guy. I'm gonna zoom in for the boss fight. Maybe it'll make a good screenshot. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, I'll zoom in during the portal scene, which is a great, great spot for us to take a screenshot. If I remember how to do it. Ah, whatever. Okay, so life-sealing glove we do want. These things are expensive, but I'm going to keep buying them. More damage for us. Oh my god, they're so expensive, but I need it. It's all the Dragon Blood maybe just keeping me nice and damaged. Here's the thing. If I keep 32 gold, each one is... I'm depriving myself with buying those. Like, it's costing way more than it's worth, even if it does give us that +5. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll hold off on using them from now on. And then, like, once we gain more gold per floor because we're just killing so many enemies because it's endless and the spawn rate is much higher, maybe at that point I'll start buying them again. But I will be buying the Potion of Rage soon, and we'll get some nice damage upgrade from that. So we're going to upgrade this all the way to tier 4. That can take another gem. Dust of Enlarging is great. One of my favorite items. I missed an anvil there. My bad. This item's pretty cool. I can't show it to you now because it's a magic item and it takes way too much space, but it's a really cool item. I'm just going to upgrade to blue here. We don't need the gray level one anymore. Upgrade to blue level by selling. I keep gravitating towards each one. Maybe the price... maybe there's a mechanic here. The price is increased if you keep buying it. Maybe that's the vibe, which I didn't think that's what happened, but that must be what's going on because this is so expensive, yet the other items are like the same prices, you know, as when we first found them. So yeah, I think that prices increase as you buy more of that particular item. I'll take a little bit more luck and resource gain. We'll sell that off eventually. Alright, 2,000 I'm going to stay at. Shock damage, sure. Sure, I'll upgrade it to massive. Why not? What's this red one? Yeah, I'll take the shock damage. We don't need critical chance at all on anything, because we have flat crit chance now. Oh, by the way, here's a description. You get crit damage for each 1% crit chance. Oh, wait a second. We do still want crit chance, because it increases the crit damage. Okay, we'll start pumping in more crit chance as we are not one-shotting things as easily. Non-crit attacks have a chance to be super crit. So that's the red damage that we're seeing become like 29,000. Okay, I see. So you still do want to build crit chance. It doesn't give you more chance, though. It gives you more crit damage. But we are one-shotting everything even with our normal crits. Here's the boss. We didn't trigger that super crit on him, but he was very easy. Alright, zoom in for a nice screenshot here. The king of endless mode. That's gonna be it. That's it right there. Or like this. I'm not sure. Something like that. We're by the dead guy. Just hoping that I get a good screenshot in there. Alright, thanks for sitting through that. We are going through to endless mode finally. So the plan for endless mode here is I'm going to max out my inventory. Let you guys watch that. And then do maybe a couple of floors after that of the endless mode. But it's going to get very repetitive after that. So I'm just going to tell you guys my strategy. And then I will keep recording, keep playing. And once we die, I will let you guys know. This Great Demon Skull is okay. The plus 25 damage falls off because we can get that from cash, but the enemy mount is nice to have. It's a weird shape, takes up a lot of space, but I'll pick it up for now. There's better items that we can put into the build to optimize. I'm actually not sure what those items would be right now, to be honest with you. I'll figure it out. Maybe it will be... Maybe it's all enemy amount, so maybe I'm wrong about that, and we just want more enemy amount so we have more gold, or we just, like, pump up the resource gain. Oh, finally, the bloody teeth. Jesus Christ. We're sitting at 15 armor right now. You're gonna have to believe me. Actually, I'll show you. We're at 15 armor right now. Once we get to 70, it will be capped out. It maxes out at 75. Sorry, 75. What does this do? No thanks. What does this do? No thanks. Wait. Does that bullhorn give you vitality per armor? Because that's really freaking good. We have enough attack speed. I'm going to keep the lifesteal. Don't think I would need the speed. Don't think I need the speed. We're fast enough. Not worth the space, I don't think, for the skull. Oh, crap. I am selling too much again. Do I have any more spaces? I don't. Let's get out onto the next floor. So all elites will give us +1 armor now. +2 armor, sorry. So we need to kill 37 of them. 38 elites. And then we'll be maxed out on armor. It will happen faster than you think. Too bad I'm not buying any more dragon blood. But yeah, we have a lot of elites spawning from the summon portals like this. From all of the items that we have that spawn additional elite enemies. Yeah, we'll be fine. We were at 15 last time. I'll tell you what we're at after this level. Alright. Not a lot of levels. We don't need too many more, but I'm hoping to just wrap it up soon. We've reached the far end of the left side here. Have we reached the far end of this one? Yeah, it evens out. Yeah, there's a max width and we're almost there. I thought it was like certain spots to the right, certain spots to the left that you had to unlock, but never mind. I'm just gonna stop talking. Just some weird thoughts. Just ignore me. Oh god. My brain is rotting. Okay, so we got that sorted. Let's keep some of this cash this time. Do I need this deck of cards? Sure, I'll take one more. We're at 118 luck. That's more than enough. Is this worth it? I love that it's one space and it is quite a bit of lifesteal, but that's losing quite a bit of vitality as well. So here is an item that we can use to get even more damage. Typically, I really just take it for the dodge chance, but the Brave Spirit gives us dodge chance for each move speed, which we're going to max that out real quick because this caps out at... Dodge chance caps out at 80%. And that's going to be good for survivability. And it also gives us more damage per move speed. So as long as we have like 80 move speed, which we will reach at some point, we're going to be maxed out on dodge. which is great. So let's just put that over here, and it gives us some damage. So yeah. I'm going to put all of these together because I'm going to sell them eventually. I think I'll sell the Ritual Doll eventually too because it gives us dodge chance, but there's better lifesteal items out there, I think. We'll see. We'll see. But we want to keep our lifesteal at a decent level so that we have more vitality from this thing. But we will be running out of space to put new items in soon. And we'll have to make some hard decisions. I'm going to buy one of these just so I get another elite. We are at 29 armor, but we just lost 10 from this. So we were at 39 from 15 from one floor from our blood necklace there. Just as a point of reference for all of you. So now the Night Piece does give us some of that move speed. We don't need the move speed exactly. You know what? I'm gonna pick this up as an alternative because it gives us that move speed, it gives us that resource gain which we want into the late game. It gives us that enemy amount which we want in the late game. I think the Plunderer's Flag will be one of the items that we are looking for in the late game because it gives us, now with the combination of items, it gives us damage percent, gives us that resource gain which turns into damage amount because of our passive. And then it also gives us enemy amount, which lets us farm even further. So it's an all-around good item. You might see me cut the video at some point, and it's all Plunderer's Flags all over the inventory. We'll see. All right, let's continue forward here. I'm not going to take the Lyre. I do like the attack speed, but we're getting that in other ways, and the lifesteal is a little bit harder to get for us. I'll pick up another flag, of course. And we have a third blue dagger. I'm just going to toss one out here and then just combine them. And hopefully we can find another ebony dagger. Hopefully it's also tier 4 so I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. But this can be tier 5 with just, you know, one more of those arcane anvils type of thing. Please give me another dagger. Please. It's not going to give me it. And I spent all my money re-rolling for no good reason at all. Lifesteal by 20. I don't need it. I have 59 lifesteal naturally here, so we don't need to pump in lifesteal through gems at this point. And then we also have the damage. This gives you magic power, not melee damage, while it's sitting in the bag, huh? Well, we do want to socket it because 25% damage on a weapon is pretty considerable. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go next floor here. Floor 22. 45k? Here's a boss. Oh yeah, they will spawn bosses once you are in Endless, and they'll just come randomly. And also, they will come in many quantities. It might be 1, it could be 2. I have seen up to 3 boss spawns, not elites or not mini bosses. The full-on boss that you fight on floor 20 usually, they will just start spawning. All right. Okay, so I think after this floor here, we'll do one more shopping, we'll do one more shopping phase, and then I'll probably do a cut to a further floor. Maybe I'll do the next milestone where the difficulty has increased, or I feel like I'm falling behind, or maybe I'll just stop at 30 and start recording again so that I can show you how we've been progressing. But I'm sure this is getting repetitive to watch. Oh, wait a second. We haven't reached max inventory space yet. And I promised to show you that. So never mind. We'll do that first. Have we found a candle holder. We want to take this at least for now. What's the resource gain on that? The experience gain is higher. It's really not... Actually, that's quite a bit of resource gain. It's less space than the Plunderer's Flag, but the Plunderer's Flag also gives us the any amount which makes up for like the lack of resource gain. I might keep some of the candle holders, but I was thinking about selling them. Please give me some dust of enlargement because then we can be closer to our goal here. But yeah, we have 10k. It's looking good. Here's another lifesteal item. I'll stop at like 100 lifesteal or something like that. Like that's probably enough lifesteal, and I'll save the space for more resource gain, more enemy spawn. Here's another lifesteal. I'm gonna put this gem away. Holy crap, we have too many gems. Which ones do we have? Range we don't need. We really only need... Is there anything that gives me melee power? Oh, there is! Medium Masterwork. What is my melee power? 52? I might keep the Masterwork rubies, which give us the melee power. Hopefully I can find larger ones. And I will put those into my inventory. Maybe just like one of them. And then anything that gives me melee, I'll just put it on that. 50 melee power seems to be working right now, so that's fine. The gem that I want in my items, I think, is probably just a bunch of massive masterworks. At higher levels, I don't know if we need... Actually, shock is good for us, because that increases crit damage, and maybe that's what's making our crits hit so hard. So we have a lot of these shock ones. Okay, you know what? I think it's going to be shock plus the damage percent for weapon sockets, which is what I have so far. We don't need this one. Actually, I'll leave it in... No, I'm going to leave them blank. I'm going to leave them blank so I know that I need to place like a shock one in there or a damage percent one in there. That's what I'm going to do. All of these other ones we don't need. So we're looking for red and yellow ones. We'll investigate those. And we just want the massive ones for our weapons and also for our inventory. I'll buy one. We are at 39 armor, by the way, if you're wondering. I can't buy another one. They're so expensive. Give me another dagger. Okay, let's go into the next one. If the barrels hit right, they will give us a bunch of experience. Or sorry, a bunch of levels. Treasure chest here with some gems. Purple and red, I think. Oh, actually, that might have been a Titanite because they're red too. That currency in the top right-hand corner, the like red and gray stone kind of thing. Wait, did I see 100k in damage? No, that's 11,000. I thought I saw 100k. I have never seen 6-digit damage numbers in this game. So that would be surprising to see. It would be a first for me. Actually, this is the first that I've seen damage numbers in like close to 50k. So that's already an achievement. Red gem over there. It's only medium size from what I can tell. The shape of it screams medium size to me. 66k. Alright, we can do better than that. We're getting lots of money. We got 7k, I think. Yeah, 7k in this round. Maybe a bit more. We can do better than that. Wait, we haven't collected all the things on the ground yet. Let's see how much money is on the ground. Oh, alright. So we got 10k from that one round. Right, let me check out that gem. We can't yet because I gotta allocate spaces. Maybe next floor we're gonna be maxed out. It was medium. Any shock ones? Yep, this is shock, so we throw that right back in. So this is maxed out, and it only gives us plus 1 resource gain if you're sitting in the inventory. Wait, there's an item that gives you money per hit or something. I can't remember which one it is. Oh my god, I just remembered that that exists. I can't remember what it is, though. There is an item that gives you, like, 30 gold per critical hit kill or something like that. I think that's it. I gotta find that item. That's gonna really, really exaggerate our money gain. I hope I find it before I cut away. Let me see. What is it again? Can't be Abacus. I feel like it should be tier 4, or at least tier 3 it would be. I don't think I need my meat shields yet, so this is the summoning totem that I was considering before, but we don't need it. I'm going to upgrade this dagger to tier 4, and we found a replacement dagger for that empty space. Do we have shock effect, please? We do not. I can sell all of these. Here, I'll put this masterwork in here. Yeah, sure. Wait, is that the... This is the wrong one. That's critical chance. We don't want that. Do I need another glove? We're at 74 now. We are at 45 armor, if you were wondering. Yes, we want the Plunderer's flag. I would like to keep them all together just for aesthetics. We can sell some of our crate colors now. What am I doing? Put you over here. Put you over here. Keep some of this cash that we worked so hard to get. What freaking item is that? Dust of Enlargement will help us close out on the next floor. Another one. Nice. Alright. Last floor before I cut away. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing as what I've been doing. Selling some of my items. I'm gonna pick up as much resource gain as I can. Plunderer's flag for that is probably best because it gives me that move speed, which gives me even more damage kind of thing. Move speed also gives me dodge chance, which is going to be maxed out very, very quickly because it's capped at 80%. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to find that item that gives me a flat amount of money gain per critical hit, I think is the requirement. I can't remember exactly what it is. But, yeah, hopefully when I cut back in, which will be in a second for you guys, you know, I will have all those things accomplished and we'll be at a stage in this endless mode that has some interesting things to call out. We'll see what happens. I guess it won't be in a second to cut away from you guys because I still have 16 seconds to fight through here. Two more seconds, and 3 levels should be able to max out our spaces. Yes, it does. Alright, we're maxed out. No more levels to gain. And we can start selling all of our leveling-based things. Now, here's the thing. We're using the chrono dice to get more experience in a way. You know what I mean? We're getting more floor duration. I don't know if I need all the floor duration, although it does help me farm more gold. The first thing I'll take away is a crate color, because crate colors, we have sustain now. We have 74% lifesteal here. We have 116 dodge chance, which is maxed out at 80. So we should be able to survive without the crate colors. What else have I been holding on to for the purposes of leveling? It's really just a chrono dice, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think I'm going to chill on there. If we find another blue one, we can upgrade that one. So what does this thing do again? Oh, it gives you vitality for every armor item. I thought it was going to give me vitality for each armor. That would have been freaking broken if it just gave me vitality for each armor stat. But it wants me to pick up armor items, which I have 0 of, and I plan to pick up 0 in total. Oh. Okay, so we have too much move speed and we have too much dodge chance. My move speed is at 106. Yeah, I will take the golden chain. I don't know if this is unique or not. I don't think I've ever picked this up either. But I'm gonna pick that up. I want to keep all my red items together. I don't know why. I think it's just more aesthetically pleasing. This whole inventory is a mess anyways. What am I talking about? We'll get to a clean looking inventory maybe at some point. Probably not. What am I saying? It's going to look like a mess no matter what. I did not upgrade the right one. That's okay. All of them will eventually have to be at +10. Oh, wait. We have more of these tickets. So can I decrease prices by 100%? I'm going to try to get 10 of these. I don't know if that does actually work. This is an interesting item. So this is a wild card. It can transform into one random character's starting item, has 20% failure rate. I'm going to take a gamble. I don't know which one I would even want. Weapons receive plus 50 crit damage. I can't touch too many of my items with it, so I'm going to sell it. I think we have enough damage already. Alright, so we have a purple dagger over here. So if we find one more blue dagger, I can upgrade all the blue daggers into purple. Oh, wait, then I'll need another purple. Ah, whatever. I'm going to bank on finding either a tier 4 one or upgrading it using an anvil. Lifesteal is at 74. I think I'm going to stay at 74. I think it's fine. We'll find some more better lifesteal items that give us more. I think there's a tier 3 or maybe even other tier 4s that we can find for lifesteal, and I can replace some of these blue lifesteal items like the doll and the lifestealing glove. But I can't even think about what those items are. Yeah, we don't want the chalice. Ritual doll, I think we're good without. Don't need that. Don't need that. Another upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording here for now, or I'm gonna fast forward the video for you, but I'll keep playing, and then in a quick second we're gonna cut to the next milestone, whatever I decide that milestone will be. So yeah, see you in a quick second. All right, so we're back. The inventory is looking a little bit different. I did like 5 floors here, and as you can see, I have more of these plunderers flag and some new weapons here. So I found this Banner of Heaven. I never used this, I don't think. Might have just unlocked it recently, but this is a really, really good, unique item. It takes up a lot of space, but the thing is, if you read the extra effect in the yellow text, it has a stat builder where after killing 25 enemies, increase flat damage by 3 and one random stat by 1, which is armor, vitality, attack speed, percent, or luck. I'm looking mostly for the vitality here, and that will help me survive at super, super high levels of the endless mode. The armor will also help as well, but armor and vitality I'm looking for. Attack speed is okay. Luck is okay. I can start getting rid of some of my luck items after that starts building up, but this will also share the flat damage increase with any weapons as well, but that's a really slow build. These things are already doing a massive amount of damage because of all the kills that we have with it, and it's getting +1 damage for every 15 kill, and this one has 2,000, 3,000, you know, this one has 120, wait, 11,246. Holy crap, that thing is very, very much built up. So anyways, we're gonna start using that for the stat build. What else is going on here? So we have a bunch of these shock gems, and I don't know if this is really that effective right now because things aren't living fast enough to get shock on them. Maybe I'll still keep it for later, but I'm feeling like just flat damage increase would be better for it until I need to do the shock damage and do the additional effect of crits doing more damage to anyone with shock on it. But I'll keep it for now. We'll see what we do with that. I've started selling some items that are lower tiers, such as like whetstones, things like that. I am losing melee power, but I'm going to show you in a second here. I am doing so much damage that I don't know if I need that much melee power. We'll see. We'll do some experiments with that. And I have started drinking the potion of rage. So my damage percent, I don't know what it was before I cut away. I wasn't looking, but now it's at 3,791. Yeah, a massive amount of damage percent. I have almost 100k gold, so that's contributing to the damage percent as well, which is another reason why I feel like I don't need the melee damage as much. I'm going to sell all of them. My melee power is 35. I'm probably getting some melee power up here through other items. Yeah, we don't need crate colors anymore, so I can sell that as well. Start sticking some of this discount ticket over here. Yeah, I don't know what else has changed. I'll pick this up just for the lifesteal. We are getting vitality now from this halberd thing. Banner of Heaven is actually what it's called. So I can lose some of my gloves here and start looking for the red cube and pump back that vitality into my build through the banner. And I might sell this just for the extra vitality at some point, but for now it's giving me some damage increase as well through the lifesteal. There is one item I'm looking for. I remembered what item gives me damage, or sorry, gold per attack. Haven't found it yet. If I find it, I will announce it, but if I don't, then I'll leave it as a prize for the next cutaway. But yeah, we're still using these anvils to upgrade these daggers. This one's reaching level 10 finally. I'm going to move on to my unique or legendary items for those upgrades. But yeah, I'll jump into a quick battle here. We're looking for red and yellow gems to gem up the legendary banner thing here because it has 4 spots. I am now doing over 160,000 damage easily. Here's a boss. Perfect example. Yep, just melt him. I didn't even super crit him. Those were all normal crits on that particular boss. But everything dies in one hit still. We're still doing a ton of damage. I was almost reaching 200,000 previously. Maybe some of that melee damage was contributing towards that. So this was kind of a great test. I can put back some of the melee damage back into the build. Like I was saying before, I'm going to do it through gems and anything that... I'll have the gem sitting out in the bag, and then it increases melee damage by like 8 per melee damage item that is within its influence range. So that's much better than any items that I can find that will give a similar amount of melee damage or attack damage compared to how much space like normal items take. For plus 8 melee damage, you're probably looking at an item that's like 4 spaces kind of thing, but with a gem it's 1 space and it just has to be around melee items. So we're gonna take a look at pumping back in some of the melee damage through that. Armor is maxed out. We're at 122 and we only need 75. Actually, it doesn't translate, like it's not 1 for 1. I think at 100 armor you reduce it by 75. It's like slightly lower kind of thing. And then yeah, we're maxed out on dodge chance and all that kind of stuff. So we are doing well. Let me just review the gem thing. Yeah, plus 8 melee power anytime it's around an item that it can influence. So something like this will increase it as well. So plus 8 melee power, as you can see there from touching this item. So I'm going to try to work around that in some way. Like we can get an easy amount of melee power like that. Maybe I just look for these spearheads. I don't know if they are unique or not, but this is a great item for me because it gives me that crit chance that I need to empower this thing for those super crits. And then it gives us a bunch of melee power naturally as well. So I think that's like the best bang for your buck in terms of how much space it takes and how much melee power and crit chance it gives us. The negative move speed, we are over indexed on that anyways. So yeah, we can get rid of that. But I'm going to cut away again, keep trucking away, and check back in with you guys in a little bit, which you'll see in a second here. All right, checking back in here. So I found that the item that I was trying to find, so this thing gives us 10 gold whenever the player life steals, which we're doing all the time. It's not a whole lot of money gain, but it's something. We should be using it. I guess I would like to replace one of my ebony daggers with it, but we're gonna have to do a lot of rearranging because I want it to be touching the Banner of Heaven so that we can get the bonuses from the Banner of Heaven to affect it. So we're gonna do some reshuffling here. But yeah, this gives us 10 gold whenever we lifesteal. It does give us more resource gain if we have it touching a lifesteal weapon, but we don't have any lifesteal weapons and I don't plan on using any. Yeah, the arrangement that we have is just fine. Maybe the ebony daggers aren't needed because we don't need the the infinite growing anymore and we're doing enough damage, but I really don't know what this game looks like at, like, let's just say wave 11, or sorry, not 11, 100 or something like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep using the ebony daggers. Maybe they'll be saving grace later, and it's actually what we do want to use forever and ever. So we can fit you in here. We even have a little extra space there. So there it is. Sure, throw these shock things back in here. Any other changes here? We have $140,000. Our damage is continuously growing, but yeah, we should be getting a lot more damage from just having sovereignty here, or sorry, a lot more gold just from life stealing with that. So yeah. Other than that, the other thing that I think is worth mentioning is I'm not going to buy these potions of rage anymore because it gives us 10% damage, but it costs way too much. If it costs more than 320 gold, then it's not worth buying. So I think I might have had the wrong strategy on what items I put the focus on the altars. We could have probably naturally found enough of these potions of rage. And also the other thing that we did was this dragon blood elixir, way too expensive for the type of stats that it can give us. At best, it gives us 5 damage, so it's not really worth it. So I probably don't have the best strategy here of how I set up the game for the endless mode. There's maybe some optimizations on the items we could have chosen at the beginning, but it is what it is. Here, let me do another quick round for you after taking a look at this. Yeah, we don't really need those. We are doing consistently over 200,000 damage already with our super crits. You see that? Almost 300,000 now. So yeah, it's getting nuts over here. I don't think we're gonna have trouble for a while. I don't think everything is getting one shot with the super crit. I'm not taking any damage. We're continuously getting more and more armor. Right now I have 144 armor. Wait, that doesn't scale any further. I forgot that there was a cap already. My god. My brain is melting. I'm doing too much of this. We have a lot of this to play still. I don't know when this is going to end, but you guys are definitely going to get the short version. I'm not going to record the whole thing. I might even need to spread this over a couple days. I might exit, save the game, and continue on another day or over multiple days until I actually die, because I don't think it's going to happen soon. I can barely get hit. I'm making tons and tons of money, so I'm going to keep getting stronger. Yeah, I guess right now the thing that I need to keep up is just that lifesteal for the money gain and just to keep alive. And I'm going to try to get as much vitality as possible just in case I get surprise hit or something like that. But I don't know the next time we're going to check in. I can't think of it right now, but if there's another check-in, you'll see it here. We're going to check in at least for when I die, so you're going to get another update at some point, but I'll see you in a second here. Hello again. So we are back with the next check-in because I have just beaten my previous record of floor 40. This is how the inventory is looking. I don't even know what to say anymore. We have a bunch of cash. We're doing over 1 million in damage per hyper crit or super crit, and yeah, it's getting kind of crazy. I'm gonna quickly combine this, and then we're gonna jump into the next wave here, and that will be officially, once I complete it, the furthest I've ever gotten. I'll do my free rerolls here. So I'm back on the trend of buying those dragon blood potions, and I'm still buying these flags. The dragon blood potion, I have so much money now. $2,000 is worth it because if I get attack speed with it, I do need some attack speed, and you'll see why in a second. But I'm going to do a couple of rolls. I'm not going to spend too much money on re-rolling or filling up all of the spaces here. But dragon blood, looking for that attack speed. We just got some, and I'm going to jump into the next fight here and show you why. You see that? 1 million. 1 million. We're doing 1 million damage pretty consistently. Now it starts off a little bit slow, but it does ramp up. Now for many floors I was just standing here and just letting the game play, but I'm actually not able to do that yet. I wonder if I need to bump it up to 100% lifesteal. I'm at like 75 still. And yeah, I feel like I actually wouldn't survive in some cases. So if there's lots of elites that have spawned, or if there's a couple of boss spawns, so I have seen 2 or 3 spawn at the same time now, I do have the possibility of dying. As you can see, they can do some damage to me. So I do have to move around. I do have to find some crates every once in a while so that I can get invulnerability, the Metal Mario mode. And yeah, it's getting kind of dicey. I wonder if I can make it much further. But yeah, we'll see. Between each fight, I once again am just buying that Dragon Blood and trying to get that attack speed, because I think that's the only thing now that can really give me more survival, besides the damage increase that I'm getting from the gold pickup. But I think I am killing things in one shot. I'm just not attacking fast enough to clear the path. I think that is now the issue. So yeah, we're buying Dragon Blood. It's actually not increasing in price that heavily, especially compared to how much money we make. It increases a couple $100 per bottle that I buy. So it is getting more expensive, but I haven't bought it for many waves, so I can kind of afford them now. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna keep doing. The next check-in is probably going to be when I believe that maybe I can't survive anymore or something. I'm not sure. And we'll see what happens from there. By the way, I don't know if it cleared by... I don't know if I cleared the challenge that I was looking for, that gold statue one, if you remember from the beginning of the video. I had to destroy 20 of them in a single run. I don't know if I cleared it. It might have cleared itself while I was AFK and just letting it play itself for a couple of floors, but I haven't seen the notification pop up. I don't know if it's done yet, but I believe that it would be done soon if I haven't got it yet. But yeah, I'll check in with you at the next milestone, I guess. Alright guys, this might be the actual last update before I just let this thing run its course. The inventory is looking a little bit different right now because I had noticed that I wasn't surviving really well with my previous setup with just my melee weapons. So a couple of things I've added here. The first thing is this crossgun that I have. And the crossgun has the lowest attack speed cooldown. So I should say it's the fastest attack speed in the game. So I just have this life stealing for me, essentially. Shoots super, super fast. I'm keeping up with my health because this is here and it's piercing a lot and stealing lots of health from the enemies. I have 100% life steal. Essentially, I have 99%, but that's good enough. All thanks to this massive Masterwork Emerald, which is giving me a lot of lifesteal from just having the arrangement of lifesteal items right here getting captured within its influence pattern. I have a little bit of melee power, not sure if that's super relevant anymore because my damage percent is so high because I have almost 3 million gold. And then I also have these two new items here. Book of 3 Names, this unique summoning item here. This is doing basically one main thing for me, which I mentioned before. I'm summoning some creatures so that they take aggro away from me so that I can be a little bit safer. That's basically why I have that, and it's the best summoning item in the game. And then we also have Constellation here, which is a magic item. So this is doing a lot of AoE damage, and although I don't have any magic power really, it's still doing a buttload of damage because of the damage multiplier over here. And this is really just doing AoE damage so that I can keep an area that's safe around me. I'm still buying Dragon Blood Elixir every once in a while, and I'm also looking for those anvils that upgrade my item level, which I will find one really quick and do one before we leave. But essentially that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing every shop. Sometimes I'm just hitting the next button. Oh god, why can't I find this anvil? Here's an anvil. So these Eternum anvils, I'm buying these every once in a while as well, and I'm upgrading right now. I'm upgrading this thing because everything else is pretty much upgraded, except for the cross gun over here that hasn't been upgraded at all. But all my melee weapons have been upgraded to +10, and this is what it's looking like right now. So that circular fiery attack, that's the constellation. And then as you can see, I have my allies that are summoned and they're slightly glowing blue. Now I am losing health here, but for the most part I can just start a floor or a wave and I'll eventually heal back to full. Eventually I think that it will start falling off, but for now I'm just letting the game play because all of the waves have increase in time. I have no floor duration increase, and this one was over 3 minutes. So yeah, it's getting quite taxing to continue forward past floor 60 here, or at floor 60 here, and just monitoring it or babysitting it is very, very fatiguing. So yeah, I think now I will actually kind of just peace out, let this thing run its course. I might adjust some of my inventory or start leveling up in a couple of floors, but I'm gonna do that same strategy until I die, and we'll see when that ends up being. But this is, again, probably the last update, and this is the final build, I guess, before my death. We'll see how far we get. Alright, everyone. What's going on? It's the next day now. I closed the game, saved my progress, and I turn it on the next day. And this will definitely be the last update because, yeah, I don't know how much further we can go here. Not because I think I'm gonna die soon, but I just feel like it's not worth it anymore. So just a quick update on what's going on here. I lost my constellation item. I accidentally sold it and I can't find it again for some reason, no matter how much I reroll. So that is gone and very, very sad. Definitely going to harm how far I can go if I want to go any further, which I don't. The summoning totem is doing a lot of the work now. There's a new item in here. This is a tax demon. So I did unlock that challenge with the golden statues, and when I opened up the game, the item it unlocked started spawning in the item pool, and this item is very, very interesting. Any gold that you do not pick up at the end of a wave, it absorbs, and then it gives you a bunch of summon related stats, and it's giving us so many stats. We have a lot of resource gain, we're killing lots of things, so yeah, we have our summons becoming extremely, extremely strong, and I've been leaning into the gems that are more based on the summon power, or how many summons you have out there. And we have this gem here that increases your attack speed, so everything is attacking at full speed. Attack speed at 0.10 seconds is the fastest that you can do for these melee weapons, and all of them are there. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, and just take a quick note at how much time there is in a floor. Floor 99 was at 640, so it's increasing quite a bit, and that's the main reason why I think we just need to quit, because this is becoming very, very taxing, not just on myself through playing or just starting the next floor and just letting it run, but also my computer is making sounds that I've never heard from it before, from just trying to compute and run the game. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what this looks like now. So what I've been doing, see, look at that, it's 6:45 now, so every floor it increases by 5 seconds, so just keep that in mind. This is how it looks now. I've just been starting the floor and just letting it fight like this. We are not one-shotting anything anymore, so they are getting a lot stronger for sure. This boss is going to take a while to kill. And eventually, I think that they would be able to kill me even if I tried to survive. But if you guys can see, let me try to find one. There's this tree that is right under me. Hold on, let me kill this boss first. This tree summon over here, you'll see that I'm getting healed for 517, and this summon heals you. Usually doesn't do too much healing, but because we're getting so much summon power from the tax demon, those trees are healing us a lot, and I think that would keep us alive for a really long time. We could get overwhelmed with a bunch of those bosses spawning, and if there's like 5 or 6 of them surrounding me, they could possibly just pummel me down in like 50 floors or something like that. I think they would outscale me, but these trees would keep me alive for a while, and so that is a possibility. But like I said before, I really don't want to go through the whole song and dance of running this even further. Now I'm just gonna turn off the damage numbers so that you can see the craziness and the madness here. Wait, it's still showing the healing numbers. That's okay. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Lots of skeletons. Those little blue knight skeletons, we summon literally hundreds of them, I think, per wave. And they're killing everything for me. They're traveling and they're killing things. And that's, I think, how we're killing most things. We're not killing too many things right up close to us. Other than that, one thing that I'll show you before we quit here is this will continue to run in the background, which is totally fine. But I was thinking maybe if there's a world record that I'm close to beating or something like that, let's just go for it. But I found this post where they had a contest for the highest tower climb, or the endless floor, highest endless floor, and the first place winner was on floor 260 with the summoner class. So that makes sense that it's a summoner class. I'm sure they were using Tax Demon and just running most of their power through there. And if we're looking at floor 260 and we're gaining 5 seconds each floor, that's gonna put each floor to like 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. I don't even care for the calculations. Anything more than what we're doing right now, which is just over 6 minutes, is too much already. So really what I'm thinking of doing here is just letting it run its course for floor 100, calling that a win for us, and then, you know, stopping the whole thing and just self-destructing. So yeah, we'll let this run through for a little bit longer, and then I'll let you watch me self-destruct so that we can capture the achievement of reaching floor 100. Okay, and we have 10 seconds left here of floor 100, our last floor. I have to say I'm quite excited to get this over and done with. Look at all the skeletons, hundreds of them. Okay, let's see if we can find that constellation one last time. No? No, I don't know why. It is a unique item, but I guess it doesn't respawn after you buy it. Okay, last thing we can do, or last thing to do here, is sell anything that does any kind of damage. And jump back in. Let's go. And let's see how fast we die here. There we go. With all that, without all that HP, I'm dying quickly. And I do have a couple of revives. That should be it, though. Oh, okay. Wow. So how long was I in this for? Runtime was 8 hours and 30 minutes. I did it for all of you. Now, that wasn't all actively here. There's probably maybe an hour or two, I would want to say, of me starting a floor and then walking away, then coming back to it, and then just clicking the button to start another one. So maybe there was a little bit of that, but yeah, I can't see myself doing another endless run and trying to max it out ever again, unless they have a substantial DLC coming out in the future that adds new mechanics or things that we want to try. Perhaps I would do it then. Hopefully they have like some kind of fast forward or like, you know, fast play kind of thing, but that would detract from the whole punishment of trying to get as far as you can, I guess. But anyways, that is gonna be it. God of Weapons, super great game. We have completed every single achievement at this point, so you probably won't see this game again on the channel unless, of course, we see that new DLC coming out, which I don't think they have planned yet. But it was great to go through all of the challenges and get all the achievements. Hopefully you guys had a good time watching this. Hopefully you got a kick out of it. Let me know if you enjoyed it by leaving a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, it's time to close a book, and that chapter is done now. We're going to move on to something else. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.